In lesson 7, I want to talk about hammers and pulls, and also I want to start you with learning one of the primary scales for playing solos. Now, there is a scale called the major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, fa, la, ti, do. That's not the one I want to show you at first. I want to show you what's called the blues scale. And it's more of fingerings and positions rather than just starting from square one and learning what is called the church modes. Because these notes and these modes, the major scale and Dorian and all these different modes, have been around for century after centuries and centuries. And so, but I want to start you with a more technical way. And then because music theory is a very hard thing to explain because of its simplicity. And again, it's hard, it's hard, for example, if you've never seen a wheel in your life, you don't know what a wheel does, try to explain it in words. Well, it's this round thing. Well, what do you mean? Well, round, it kind of moves stuff. Well, what does it move? Well, like a truck or a car. Well, what's a truck? So it's like, you can't win on this, but we're right now learning techniques, getting your hands to be able to be coordinated together, and also giving you the technical facility to be able to play music that you want to play. Now, the first thing I want to show you is a really good exercise that I got when I was a kid. It was one of the first, in my first year of guitar playing. I had a really good teacher, and he also realized that I was very talented, and I was playing songs, and I was doing a lot of things outside of the lessons. Now, when you practice, and then I'm going to show you this exercise, when you practice, it would be good to practice about a half an hour a day. Now, to some people that sounds like a lot. Some people said, what do you mean? That's nothing. To me, it's nothing. But a half hour a day is what I was able to do when I went to school. I mean, I had school, I was a kid. And so, or if you work a day job, if you put in even just 30 minutes a day, a half hour a day, you are going to improve if you play the right things. Because it's one thing to practice. It's another thing to practice smart. And that's what I'm showing you. I'm giving you exercises, I'm giving you concepts to be smart. We are building this house from the ground up because it's going to be easy to keep advancing because you're doing it the right way. This is the best thing you can do for you. You maximize your time and minimize the effort that it takes. There is a technique on guitar called a hammer-on and another one called a pull-off. And it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. A hammer-on is where you take a finger, let's take your first finger, 5th fret, 1st string. And you literally take your second finger and you pick it once and you hammer on. You literally hammer your finger. It's kind of like striking a piano, boink. So one pick, 2 notes. So that's hammering onto the note. Pulling off is exactly what it says. Once you hammer on, you take that finger and pull it off. So a hammer and pull, which is the name that guitar players use for this, is like this. Hammer on, pull off. Now here is the exercise. You start with your first finger, you hammer on to your second finger and pull off, hammer on to your third finger and pull off, hammer on to your fourth finger and pull off. So then you end with using your third finger. So you go 2, 3, 4, 3. So first finger, 5th fret, 1st string. Hammer on, second finger, 6th fret, 1st string. Then pull out. Hammer, pull. And when you pull, what I mean is you literally, when you pull your finger down, you don't have to try and break the neck of the guitar, break straight. What you want to do is just, and one pick. Then again, with your third finger, on the 7th fret, but you keep this first finger on that note. You keep it on that fret. The note is A, the fret's number 5, string number 1. See, watch my first finger. It's not going anywhere. So you hammer on with your 2nd finger and pull off. Hammer on with your 3rd finger, pull off. Hammer on with your 4th finger and pull off. Then hammer on with your 3rd finger and pull off. So the whole exercise sounds like this. Now also too, remember there's an imaginary line over the frets, so you don't want to move your fingers towards the headstock too far. You want to keep it. So, and with your picking hand, just pick downstrokes. We're not to the point of working on picking technique yet. We are working on your fretboard hand, and again, getting you used to play used. Is that a word? Like two youths. What the heck is a youth? We're getting you used. So anyway, we're getting you accustomed to playing guitar comfortably. That's the idea. Bar chords, to make them comfortable. Strum, picking single notes. Will become an exercise and a lesson a little bit later. So here this is. Now what are you trying to do here? Hammer on, pull off, but you also want to keep your fingers as close to the neck of the guitar and the string. And you end here. And then when you end the whole exercise, you go 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. So it's and it's a really good exercise. And then what you do is you move it down strings. And again, start these on the 5th fret, because the frets start wider and get smaller and smaller and smaller as you move up the fretboard. The 5th fret is a very good place for you to practice, because it's the fret spacing is far enough and close enough to give you a good feel about how the neck of the guitar plays. This is one of the most comfortable spots on the fretboard. Now when you play this, start on the 1st string. And it's got to sound really smooth. Then you go to the 2nd string. 3rd string. Now what you can do too is you can mute this a little bit with your, just rest your hand. Just right on these bottom strings. Then you go to the 5th string. Now I have the string dampener on, and this works really great for blocking these extra strings. But do I need it? No, but I like to have it because it's a really good buffer against making just some accidental, some mistake. But even if you have a loud amplifier and it starts to feed back, a lot of times this will block a lot of the sound. And only allow the notes you want to be heard. And so when I play these exercises, I used to do this all the time. It's so simple, but the simplicity of it is what makes it good, because it's really a repetitive motion for your fingers to get them used to what's going to be later called legato technique. So anyway, then you can make up your own. Then you can make up your own exercises with this. One of the things that I found too, again, musical people are going to find a way to make music. So don't worry about if people say boxes or they say patterns. Those are all words. What you want to do is you want to be able to play technically as good as possible and use that to make the best music you can. So all you have to worry about is being a better you. And this will help you to be a better you. So that's exercise 1 from this lesson.